Are the Toronto Blue Jays geniuses for buying low on a sleeping giant, or did they just panic and trade away a reliable hitter for a broken lottery ticket? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We need to have a serious conversation about what went down this Friday morning, because the front office just made a move that has the entire fan base divided. In a stunning development, the Jays have acquired outfielder Jesús Sánchez from the Houston Astros. But the cost? We said goodbye to Joey Loperfido, a player who showed flashes of real consistency last season. This isn't just a trade, it's a gamble on raw power over safe contact. The context here is absolutely critical. We are staring down the barrel of a season without Anthony Santander for at least 5 to 6 months due to that shoulder surgery. That is a massive hole in the middle of the lineup. The front office clearly felt the pressure. They looked at the roster and realized they were missing that terrifying pop from the left side of the plate. So they went out and got Sanchez. But here is the conflict. Sanchez is coming off a nightmare stint in Houston. After being acquired at the 2025 deadline, he completely cratered, hitting just .199 in 48 games. So why make this move? Why trade a guy like Loperfido, who hit .333 in limited action last year, for a guy who struggled to stay above the Mendoza line? It's a classic case of ceiling versus floor. The Jays are betting $6.8 million, a significant salary bump for Sanchez, that a change of scenery and our hitting coaches can unlock the monster within. This trade screams that the organization is not content with just good enough. They are swinging for the fences, literally and figuratively. But if Sanchez strikes out 200 times and Loperfido becomes a star in Houston, this trade will haunt us for years. The stakes couldn't be higher. Let's strip away the emotion and look at the cold, hard data, because that is where this trade starts to make sense or scare you, depending on your perspective. Jesús Sánchez is 28 years old, right in the physical prime of his life. Over 5 seasons with the Marlins and Astros, he has launched 73 home runs. That is legitimate big league power. In 2024, he ranked in the top 7% of the entire MLB in average exit velocity and the top 5% in hard hit percentage. When he connects, the ball screams off his bat. We are talking about the kind of power that can change a game with one swing in the 8th inning. However, we have to acknowledge the history of players like this in Toronto. We have seen the all-or-nothing approach before. Remember the frustration of watching guys with immense talent swing through breaking balls in the dirt? Sanchez's career batting average is .239. He is a volatile asset. His time in Houston was a disaster. 4 home runs and 12 RBIs in nearly 50 games is not going to cut it in the AL East. But the Jays are banking on the fact that his underlying metrics suggest he was unlucky or misused. On the flip side, losing Joey Loperfido stings for the small ball purists. Loperfido, at 26, was a contact hitter who seemed to just get on base. He was part of the UCI Kikuchi trade package in 2024, and in his short time here, he did everything asked of him. He hit .333 with 4 homers in under 100 at-bats. That is efficiency. By trading him, the Jays are signaling a shift in philosophy. They are moving away from contact and versatility and doubling down on power and impact. It's a risky strategy that mirrors the Bronx Bombers' approach of the Yankees. We are sacrificing the safe single for the potential 3-run homer. So, how does this new puzzle piece fit into the chaotic picture of the Blue Jays outfield? This is where the roster construction gets fascinating. Sanchez joins a crowded room with Nathan Lukes, Miles Straw, and Davis Schneider, all fighting for playing time. But let's be real. You don't pay a guy nearly $7 million to sit on the bench. Sanchez is here to play, likely against right-handed pitching, to leverage that platoon advantage. With George Springer shifting almost permanently to the designated hitter role to save his legs, the outfield defense is going to be tested. Sanchez has played all 3 outfield positions, so he offers flexibility, but he isn't a gold glover. This puts immense pressure on the other outfielders to cover ground. It also clarifies the role of Addison Barger, who will likely split time between right field and third base, rotating with Kazuma Okamoto. The lineup is starting to take shape, and it is clearly designed to maximize power output. But let's talk about the what-ifs. What if Sanchez starts the season cold? The Toronto media market is unforgiving. If he is hitting .180 in May, while Loperfido is tearing it up in Houston, the pressure on the front office will be suffocating. It could disrupt the clubhouse chemistry if the veterans feel like the lineup has a black hole. However, project the best-case scenario. Sanchez finds his groove, hits 30 home runs, and provides the protection that Vladdy and Bo need. Suddenly, the loss of Santander doesn't feel so catastrophic. This move raises the team's ceiling significantly, but it also lowers the floor. It is the definition of a high-variance strategy. To wrap this up, the acquisition of Jesús Sánchez is a bold, aggressive, and frankly, terrifying move. The Blue Jays looked at their roster, saw a power deficiency, and decided to fix it with a sledgehammer rather than a scalpel. They traded away the safety and promise of Joey Loperfido for the explosive, yet inconsistent potential of Sanchez. It is a move that says, we are here to win the World Series, not just compete for a wild card. This season is going to be a roller coaster. We are going to see balls hit 450 feet, and we are going to see ugly strikeouts in key moments. That is the price of admission with a player like Sanchez. But if it works, if the coaching staff can refine his approach, we might look back on this trade as the turning point that gave the Jays the firepower they needed to conquer the American League East. Now, I want to hear from you. This is the most controversial move of the offseason so far. Do you trust the front office on this one? Are you excited about the power potential? Or are you mourning the loss of Loperfido? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And hey, if you want to stay on top of every roster move, every rumor, and every game breakdown, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. We are building a championship community here. I'll see you in the next video.